Hi there, my name is Denise Eckert, and I'm from the Relaxation Lounge. And I love coming on here with different guests to share with you different tips and techniques to help you lower the stress or burnout in your life. Now, Mahima, today's guest, is Europe's #1 self-mastery mentor. She's a mindset trainer, international best-selling author, and award-winning speaker and founder of the Mahima Mindset. Now, she is the first Black self-mastery mentor to have spoken at the Harvard Club of Boston in July 2018. And in 2017, she got to share the stage with Sir Richard Branson at a business development event in Singapore. She's also had the privilege to share the stage with other thought leaders. So welcome.
Joy to be here. Thank you so much, Denise, for having me here today. I'm just thrilled and excited that I can be here and speak with your amazing audience today.
And what amazing accomplishments you had. That's just amazing.
I can't believe it myself, but it's the truth of what has happened due to many twists and turns along the road, right? Many ups and downs, valleys and mountains. But I would say the way that wasn't conducive to me being able to create more beautiful things in my life. So having that really deep insight that working on yourself is the tip for success. We are biggest blocks, right? And that's what causes the stress. That's what causes lack of energy. It's all coming from mindset and inner, the inner workings of our emotional body and state. So that's what I'm passionate about talking about, Denise. And I just love how you call it, the relaxation lounge. This is so chillaxing being here with you. I love it. Your voice, the atmosphere that you create. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to find out how you got on this path to helping women, or is it women and men, or just women?
Women and men, although women are more like 80% of our audience. How did I get here? So many twists and turns, different things that happened. But I would say the main pivotal point was with 22 years old. I found myself in an Indian ashram, experiencing what I call an awakening to the fact that I wasn't just a talking head, and that the thoughts in my head were just a small part of who I truly am. I discovered energy. I discovered connection with everything around me. I discovered a feeling of inner peace, of joy, of ecstasy, of bliss. I discovered a whole new way of feeling and being inside of myself. And once this happened, I knew that I was going to do something with this, that I had to wake other people up, because I felt like I'd been walking around with all of this gold and diamonds inside of me, but had no clue, because my attention was always looking outward, looking for other people to validate me, looking for the world to tell me I'm smart enough, good enough, clever enough, beautiful enough, blah, blah, blah. And when I went through this experience at 22 years old, where I discovered that everything is inside of me, and when I can validate myself, feel good enough myself, feel happy myself, from that place, I'm so powerful, and I can stay focused and create whatever it is that you feel drawn to create. So really, that was the turning point that has led me to untap, because coming from Zimbabwe, coming from a country of apartheid, coming from parents that my great-grandmother lived in a hut in Africa. My grandfather lived in a tiny house with a tin roof, asbestos tin roof, and really in poor conditions. And my mom, she was the one who kind of upgraded into a city apartment, right? And that's where I was brought up. So I come from poverty, I come from apartheid, I come from, just lack, if I can call it that. And of course, there's abundance and joy and laughter and connection and all of the things. It's not just lack, lack, lack. I don't think there's just one part of a story, right? So there's that part of my African story. And then there's the other part of being brought up with a culture of dance, of laughter, of sun and connection, and all of the things that come with our cultures, right? Good and bad. So yeah, that's kind of what led me to that moment of a breakthrough, was the meditation I did in that ashram. And then once I transformed myself, I realized that I was free to think differently. So even though, everyone was saying, come back to Zimbabwe, get a job, invest, in a property and whatever, I was like, no, I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to learn about what I meant to do with my life, my purpose, my calling. And so that's what I did. I just went on this world rampage. And I traveled from country to country to country, learning about people's cultures, learning about people. I'm fascinated with people. And I'm fascinated with helping people to untap their brilliance and their greatness. I'm fascinated with helping people show them what I learned, which is life is not just a ball of negativity and then you die. That's one part of life, but then there's this other part, which is about peace. It's about connection. It's about beauty. It's about creativity. And once you know both of these, you can be able to dance in this world with so much ease, so much grace, and so much more fun, right?
I love that because you know what? A lot of the people that I have on here speaking have gone through a really bad burnout or stressful. And for you, you kind of took the bull by the reins right at the beginning, thinking there was something more out there for you. You didn't have to go to the bottom of the pit and bring yourself out. So I just love that. Now, how do you help women that are experiencing stress and burnout and overwhelm? Because that's a big thing in our culture. I know I'm from North America, and we don't have a lot of that culture. We don't have a lot of that fun and the festivities and the family time. It's more work, work, work.
That is so true. Okay, there is a lot of work in Africa, but there's sometimes not enough work for people. So they've also got the unemployment rate is out the roof. So some people just have to learn how to manage even without, being work obsessed. So yes, how do I help people? I help people by I have something I call the self-love system, right? And the self-love system is it is a concept, a philosophy, an idea that allows you to start being self-focused. Now, in the normal world, you're sort of like, you have a big head, you think you're so special, you think that when you take care of yourself. But in this world, today's world, if you don't take care of yourself, you are going down. Okay, burnout, breakdown, panic attacks, depression, chronic pain, and right. So we are living in a culture where we've been forced to recognize that self-care, well-being is important, right? So the first step of transforming the relationship with your health and your energy is by transforming the relationship with yourself personally, right? And feeling like I have the right to set my boundaries. I have the right to speak my truth. I have the right to take care of myself and put myself first, because as mothers, as colleagues, women want to give, and we have so much to give, but we don't give from our overflow. Yeah, we give from a half empty cup. We give out of guilt. We give out of shame. We give from not from the place of, I give from my abundance, right? So my self-love system is, a system that helps people, systematically break down the ego that wants to keep you giving, to look for approval, to be loved, to be, for all the wrong reasons, right? And so that's how we literally go through this transformation. So we use the system. I can tell you a little bit about the system if you like.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah. So the first pillar in the system, so it's a 5-step process, right? And we might not go through all the steps because of the limited of time, but let's say the first pillar is your body, right? Now, the power of the body, to love the body, self-love, love the body. The body is always present in the moment. The body cannot go into the past, and the body cannot go into the future. The body is always here now. And when you stay here and now, you stay in reality of what is. Now, a lot of our suffering comes because we're either tripping about what has happened, can't change it, but we're angry about it. We feel resentful. We feel whatever we feel about things that have happened, right? Or even just think, oh, it used to be so nice and now it's shitty, right? We're still stuck in the past. The problem with the future is you're worried about the future, worried about things that may never come to be, but you're worried that you won't have enough money, you won't be healthy enough, you won't da-da-da. And that takes you away from here. And when you're here, you are alive. You can live your life. So when we breathe, so anyone listening to this, I highly advise you to get into your physical body. The breath is always in the present moment. So whenever you start to feel anxiety and fear, just breathe. There's power in breath. That's why a lot of people do breath work, right? So you breathe and you breathe back into the present moment. When you settle into the moment, you feel a freedom. You're free from the past, you're free from the future, right? And in this present moment, you can start to experience this opening where you're this space. Instead of trying to be something, you be. Now, if you've never done any personal growth work, it might be like a bit of a conundrum. Like, instead of trying to do, I'm always doing, you stop doing. And you allow yourself to just be in this present moment. Be with your breath. Be in your body. And as you allow yourself to love yourself more and more each day, to breathe into your body and be present, you start to become aware of the second part of the pillar, which is your mind, right? So the second part of your pillar is your mind, and your mind produces thoughts. Yes, it produces thoughts. And these thoughts are mostly going unconscious, and most of it's negative. So when you breathe into the present moment and you start to become more conscious of your mind, you start to be able to observe, where's your mind going, right? And you start to love yourself enough to start to learn how to quiet your mind. Again, returning back into this place of inner peace and stillness where you can turn the mind off, right? And if you don't turn the mind off, it's taking you all over the place. You guys might know this, right? And you feel restless. You feel grumpy, you feel, because the mind is just tripping all day long. Okay?
Can relate.
Right, Denise? That's making sense. So
I think that's the thing. You go through it, but it's creating that awareness where you pull yourself back from it, right?
Exactly. You stop, and that's what in my self-love system, I teach people how to stop, take a breath, and let go. Let go of trying to solve your life in your head. You can't. Right? And the mind is also about belief systems. So I'll give an example. I discovered that I had a poverty mindset. I didn't feel that I deserved to have financial abundance in my life because I always heard, we don't have any money. We don't have any money. We don't have any money. And that was the program that was running in my head. It's lack, lack, lack. So once I could become still enough and quiet enough to observe my relationship with money, I could start to change that relationship with money. Right? Which is recognize I'm abundant. Money comes to me from multiple sources on a continual basis, and I'm receiving money. I love money. I'm open to it. So I built a different relationship with money, not a negative one. And that allowed me to start literally being able to create more money in my life. Now, that brings me to the third part of the story, which is the feeling, emotional body, right? So the thoughts cause feelings. What you're thinking creates what you feel. So if you love yourself enough to become still and present in the moment, and you love yourself enough to change the thoughts in your head, you change the way you feel, right? So you start to feel differently about abundance. You start to feel deserving and worthy of abundance. And these feelings of worthiness, this feeling of deserving, causes you to act differently, the action you're taking in the world. Right? But let's say you have negative feelings about money. You have negative thoughts about money. You have negative feelings about money. You act in a negative way around money. Self-destruction, right? So this is the system. It's about awareness, becoming aware of your body, becoming aware of your mind, becoming aware of your emotional body and how that's affecting you every single day. And then we move to the fourth part of the system, which is that these three layers create your personal vibrational frequency. That means that what you think and feel is what, when you go out in the world, that's what people are going to feel from you. So if you're a person, if you're angry, if you're depressed, if you're not feeling well, that's what you'll be putting out in the world, unfortunately. And that's going to be like a magnet. It attracts, like attracts like, right? So we need to become conscious of, is this what I want to put out into, what's my personal vibrational frequency putting out to people, right? And now if you're watching this and going, oh, yeah, but I don't feel so well, I'm not feeling so, I know I'm putting out a negative, that's okay. You can turn that around. If you're willing to invest in yourself, in coaches, mentors, trainings, programs, you can go rapidly into a new way of thinking, feeling, and putting out energy into the world. And I know this because I've been doing this for many years, and I've had it done to me. I've been a great student and allowed people to hack my system and move forward. Don't try to do this on your own. That's why people suffer. You suffer for many years. Like, bypass the suffering, get someone to help you, right? And then you go fast into a new dimension, right? So the personal vibration frequency, very important. Yes, and we need to love ourselves enough to be vibrating positively, to be putting out good things in the world. When you step out of your door in the morning, what does the world feel from you? That's your personal vibrational frequency. And then the last part of that is your soul body, right? Your soul body, understanding that you are not just the body. The body is a container for something else. What is that something else? And that something else came into this world with nothing and is going to leave with nothing. You can call that something else, soul, spirit, light, humanity. I don't care what you call it, but be aware that there is, which is beyond this physical body, right? That means it will leave this body at some point. I think everyone here will agree with me. We can't stay in the body forever. What is the we? Is it consciousness? Is it me? What is that part that's going to leave the body? I call it your soul. Now, if you start living from soul awareness, that means that you understand you came to the world with nothing, you're going to leave with nothing. That allows you to let go of all this unnecessary pain and suffering. You participate in life in a completely different way. You participate, this is a game. Life is a game. And you get to play this game for an unknown period of time, between birth and death, unknown period of time. You get to be in this body, to breathe, to smell, to participate in the world. So my self-love system is what I teach people. Obviously I did a very condensed mini version of what the self-love system is, but we would hack every part of this system so that you can start to really feel powerful, centered, and grounded in your everyday life, regardless of what's happening in your external environment.
Amazing. So you did it in a very short time.
Yeah, I did. I was like mowing through it.
And it's very powerful. Like, I love how you have the steps and the one builds on the other. And then at the end, you're basically just, levitating yourself in a sense,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So we are going to be wrapping things up here. So what are some words of encouragement you can share with the audience today?
You're unique. There is no other person like you on this planet. So you don't need to be concerned about what other people are doing or not doing, how someone else is, handling that or, doing that. Like, stop comparing yourself to anybody. Live your own unique qualities. There's only one you in this whole universe, maybe. At least we know on planet Earth, probably for sure, but we don't even know that for sure, right? You could meet your double ganger somewhere, like with 8 billion people, nobody knows, right? But let's say you're the only person on this planet Earth. You're unique, precious, and unique. Find your unique flavor, but find a way to connect with the world around you, because this is a fantastic thing to be in the body and to experience life. Take your mind out of negativity and start getting into living, experiencing, vibing, connecting, opening, and watch the magic start to happen. So that's I hope that's inspiring. Take one little step today to be kind and gentle to yourself.
Wonderful. Now, I understand you have a free membership that you're offering to the
Yes, I
listeners.
do. And so in my free membership, I'm going to give you three incredible tools for those of you who are like, oh my God, I love what Mahim is just talking about. I want to start right now. My international best-selling book, which has the three pillars to inner peace in it, my inner peace formula. Yeah, 3 steps to that. And it's easy read, entertaining. People say they can't put it down once they start. And then I'm going to give you a 7 days reprogram your mind. Our negative focus is what causes us to feel more and more shame, fear, anger, blame. So this is really going to start programming your mind to look for the gold, look for the light, feel the light, connect with the light, right? And there's little bits of meditation in it. Little bits meaning like 5 minutes of meditation each day, but 10 minutes of dialogue that will open up and get you thinking and acting differently. Then after that, you're going to do my 21-day meditation challenge, where you sit for 15 minutes every day, reflect on a topic, and enter that topic into your soul. Topics like commitment, like inner peace, like deeper fear, like looking at fear. And so we just hack like topics in meditation with my 21-day challenge. So that's all free. All you have to do
Wow.
is click the link that Denise is gonna provide here with this podcast, and get started. Get started on your inner journey of empowerment.
Yes, such an amazing gift that you're giving us here. So, wherever you're watching this or listening to this, just check the notes and I will have all the links for you. Well, thank you so much. Such amazing information. I just feel so much better just even talking to you today.
Oh, thank you, Denise. What a joy to be in the club of relaxation. I'm feeling it. I felt from the moment I came on, I was like, ooh, beautiful vibe. Personal vibration frequency, super high. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you. So, thank you so much. And thank you for listening. If you're looking for more ways to reduce the stress in your life, please visit www.therelaxationlounge.info. Here I've got access to a free Facebook page where you can get support, information on the podcast where I interview different individuals who share their techniques to help you reduce your stress, plus a membership that you can join where you can come and do stress reducing practice on demand anytime you need to reduce the stress in your life and create more happiness in your world. I'll see you in the lounge.